in front of them, so that's really nice. What I'm going to do is give you a little bit of a brief overview and introduction to the topic of tolling and EJ. And obviously, we're not going to answer all of your questions today because this is a subject that really brings up a lot of hard questions. But it'll kind of give you an idea about what we say when we're talking about environmental justice and tolling, and maybe what some of the concerns are, some of the laws and regulations. And then Brandy's going to talk to you a little bit about what we're doing now and what the TxDOT FHWA joint guidance requires. And then Yolanda's going to talk to you about some new stuff that we're kind of working on in our research projects. So obviously in this form, everybody knows that transportation systems play a very essential role in advancing our economy, our safety, our quality of life. Every hour of every day, transportation facilities carry people and goods, providing mobility to Texas residents, our visitors, and to all the agencies and entities that carry out business in our state. As a service, transportation touches everyone's lives. It has far-reaching benefits and sometimes even far-reaching negative consequences that maybe are not our hope. Changes to transportation systems can have profound economic, social, and environmental impacts on communities. As you've probably heard maybe just a little bit too much about recently, TxDOT has been out of money to build and maintain roads. Tolling has been presented as a solution, and it looks like it to solve some of our problems. But tolling has also generated a lot of controversy in the state, and it's in certain parts of the state for various reasons. So today we want to talk to you about the issue of tolling as a potential impact to environmental justice populations. And I'm going to give you a short and I hope very quick introduction to Title VI environmental justice and why we look at tolling as an impact underneath it. Brandy, like I said, is going to talk to you about what we're doing now, and Yolanda's going to talk to you about what we're working on for maybe possible some solutions in the future. But this is a quote that I put up from Martin Luther King. And it's long before, environmental justice became more prominent, a prominent regulatory issue. Transportation played a leading role in the civil rights struggles. And more than 40 years ago, Martin Luther King recognized that transportation is an issue that lies at the intersection of civil rights, economics, and the environment. And this is what Mr. King said. He said, when you go beyond a relatively simple, though serious problem, such as police racism, you begin to get into all the complexities of the modern American economy. Urban transit systems in most American cities, for example, have become genuine civil rights issues, and a valid one, because the layout of a rapid transit system determines the accessibility of jobs to the black community. If transportation systems in American cities could be laid out so as to provide an opportunity for poor people to get meaningful employment, then they could begin to move into the mainstream of American life. Some of you may have first heard the term environmental justice used back in the 80s in relation to the siting of facilities such as garbage dumps, chemical plants, and pig farms, things of that nature. And in areas where predominantly population was minority or low income. This is the legal and policy framework, or some of it, for environmental justice. And I'm not going to really go into all of the rules and regulations. I'm just going to kind of touch on some of these. Title VI of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. It provides the principal legal underpinnings for environmental justice, and it states that no person shall, on the grounds of race, color, or national origin, be excluded from participation in, be denied the benefits of, or subject to discrimination under any program or activity receiving federal financial assistance. Title VI prohibits recipients of federal funds from actions that reflect intentional discrimination or that exhibit adverse, disparate impact discriminations on the basis of race, ethnicity, or national origin. And I'll talk a little bit about disparate impacts in a second. NEPA, or the National Environmental Policy Act of 1969, stressed the importance of providing for all Americans safe, healthful, productive, and aesthetically pleasing surroundings, and provided a requirement for taking a systematic interdisciplinary approach in considering environmental and community factors in decision making. Civil Rights Restoration Act of 1987 essentially said that whenever somebody receives federal funds, recipients of federal aid must comply with the non-discriminatory requirements of Title VI in all their activities, not just the programs and the services for which they're receiving federal funding. So that means that if I'm a federally funded agency, then if I receive $1 of federal funding, then Title VI applies to all of my activities, whether they have any relation to what I receive the funding for. Environmental justice was first identified as a national policy in 1994 when President Clinton signed Executive Order 12898. This order requires that each federal agency, to the greatest extent allowed by law, administer and implement any of its programs, its policies, and activities that affect human health or the environment so as to identify and avoid disproportionately high and adverse impacts on minority and low-income communities. This Title VI, remember, had discrimination that did not include low income. The Executive Order of 1994, 12898, is the one that added low income into the analysis. And then in 1997, TxDOT issued the Order to Address Environmental Justice in Minority and Low-Income Populations, and that's DOT Order 5610.2. And the order states that the DOT will not carry out any programs, policies, or activities that will have a disproportionately high adverse effect on minority populations or disproportionately high adverse effects that are not practical. And they will reduce the disproportionate and high adverse effects to the extent practical. And the order also suggested that offsetting benefits should be addressed. And this is one of the things we've looked at when we're talking about impacts on some of our projects. What are the offsetting benefits against the adverse effects? And then in 1998, FHWA issued its order, which is DOT Order 6640.23. And this said that all of these will be incorporated into FHWA's overall Title VI program. And these are FHWA's Title VI, their fundamental environmental justice principles. And what they mean, essentially, is that they have made it a public policy goal of promoting the fair and equal involvement of all people in decision-making for transportation. And satisfying this goal is ensuring that low-income and minority communities receive an equitable distribution of the benefits and burdens associated with the projects. Environmental justice impacts are subjective, and issues like tolling that may not be a concern in some areas of the state can be huge concerns elsewhere. And that's why the fundamental principle, which is the second of FHWA's, to ensure the full and fair participation by all potentially affected communities is so important, because that's one of the ways we measure environmental justice impacts. Is what does the community feel? How does the community feel about whatever effects are going on? Because they're going to be the best judge of how these impacts are assessed.